Brett Klika here at Fitness Quest 10. What we're going to talk about today, we're going to do a little chalk talk, a little whiteboard talk about losing fat. Now, I'm not talking about the fat loss we see in magazines, buy this for $19.99, eat this pill, wear this shirt, whatever it is. I'm talking about the real stuff. This is how we actually lose fat. Now, when a lot of people come to me and say, I want to lose fat, they say, well, I don't know, I'm on the elliptical every single day, I can't lose any fat. Well, there's 3 ways to lose fat. Number 1, with a bullet, you got to control your nutrition. That's number 1, gotta happen. You don't do that, don't waste your time. Nutrition's number 1. Number 2 is resistance training, because you're not resistance training, it's going to be very difficult to lose fat and get the body you want. And here's why. So let's say right now you got some fat, got a little too much battle of the bulge, a little too much tummy. Well, right here, let's say this is the amount of muscle you have. Okay, it's called lean muscle mass. That's muscle. And let's say this is the size of your body. Everything else in here is fat. That's muscle. This is the size of your body. Now, muscle is our engine. Muscle is what actually uses fuel. So if we want to use all this fuel, but let's say we don't have that much muscle. We haven't done much resistance training. We have only done cardio. So we only have that much muscle in our body. We don't have much. We have way more fat. So we go and do our elliptical or some cardio, and this little amount of muscle tries to burn all this fat. Well, let me ask you this. If you have a Prius engine, a Toyota Prius engine, Prius is a great car, don't get me wrong, and it's great for fuel efficiency. But if we're trying to burn fuel, do we want fuel efficiency? No, not really. We want to burn fuel. So if I just have this tiny little Prius engine, it doesn't matter how long I go, it doesn't matter how fast I go, I still can't burn much of this fuel. So then I say, hey, I'm going to go to Fitness Quest 10, I'm going to resistance train, and I don't mean using the chrome 1-pound dumbbells. I mean pushing yourself. Everyone should lift heavy. Everyone should lift heavy. Everyone should lift heavy. Now, heavy to you might mean body weight. It might be really hard to move your body weight. That's fine. But you need to be doing something that's extremely challenging in order to get your body to do this. So now we do that. And this, now all of a sudden, we start to get more muscle. Okay, so that muscle fills in. So now we got more muscle. So now when I go do my cardio or I do anything, this engine is going to start gulping down all this fuel. So I run, I do whatever, I start literally gulping down that fuel. Okay, so my engine's bigger. At first, we look at the scale, we get frustrated, like, oh, I'm not losing weight, because there's a little conversion time. Okay, so now we move to a situation, I've been guzzling all this fuel, a month later, now this is how much muscle I have, but because I've been guzzling all this fuel, this is how much fat I have. Now we want to talk about, are you toned, are you shaped, are you sculpted, are you ripped, are you jacked? All of those are exactly the same term for, whether you're a man or a woman, for having a lot of muscle and very little fat. You want the presence of muscle, absence of fat, then you're toned, shaped, sculpted, long and lean, whatever you want to say, that's what it is. Because the human body, if we took away all of our skin, our muscles look really darn good. They have to. They're shaped a certain way. The problem is, we're covered by a little layer of fat. So everyone has a six-pack. Everyone has a six-pack. But if that six-pack's covered with our fat-free bagels, fat-free breakfast cereal, all that other junk that we think we're eating that's healthy, that's not really healthy, and it's just helping us put on that fat, the more that we eat, the bigger the layers we get. Alright, so that's why I say nutrition is number 1. We get those layers, we take those layers of fat off, you have an awesome body underneath that. We do resistance training, we make those muscles more defined, and remember resistance training, resistance, heavy resistance, whatever that means to you. So all of a sudden, I've been doing my cardio, been not putting the junk into my body, I have less fat. That skin is going to go down around my natural muscular form. That makes me lean, toned, sculpted, jacked, ripped, whatever you want to say. Alright, so that's the real deal on how we get the body we want and lose fat. So first, control your nutrition. Second, resistance train, resistance train, resistance train. Put your mind, body, and soul into your resistance training. There's not many shirtless photos or bikini photos on Facebook that have a little caption underneath it that say, I hate resistance training. All right? Most people that have the body they want have resistance training in their regimen. And then finally, we get to that aerobic training. We got to do it If you can do the high intensity cardiovascular intervals, so 30 seconds fast, recover, 1 minute fast, let's get off the 45-minute death march on the elliptical and start pushing ourselves. So that's how it works as Brett Klika Fitness Quest 10. Get out and try it. Let's get lean today.